So, if you remember, a couple months ago, Crit Kaisa became super popular, hitting a peak of 30% pick rate in solo queue and was even abused quite a lot in pro play. But only after a couple patches, the build went from 30% to barely 10% pick rate, and since then it's only been going down, and today it's barely hitting 5% in solo queue, with also many high-elo ADC players saying that the build is simply not good on Kaisa. So, is it true? Is Crit Kaisa really dead? Well, not really. It's still a viable build, so what happened? Well, there's a really simple reason. Most players that tried this build forgot about one super important detail, which is that Crit Kaisa is a situational build. It's not meant to be spammed every game. Let me explain. Crit on Kaisa is basically a burst build, which means that your objective is to get as much damage as possible in your Q and auto attacks. This gives you more burst damage at 2 items than any Kraken build could ever give you, which also allows you to snowball a game really fast when you're fed, and even if you're not fed, when you're facing squishies at 2 items, you can still burst down basically any ADC, mage or assassin faster than a normal Rageblade build could. But the downside of Crit Kaisa is that it doesn't work well into tanks, because it has really bad DPS. Remember that tanks are built to eat your burst damage, which means that when you're not fed, fights will last longer, and so you will need to rely on your overall DPS to kill them. But since you build crit, you will struggle because you simply lack the damage to actually fight. This is why whenever you face a tankier team with tanks or bruisers, it's always safer to go for Kraken or Rageblade unless you get really fed in the lane. And there we go, that's the reason why. For months, I've been seeing so many Kaisa players play crit into tanks or bruisers and complain they don't do enough damage, when that's the one thing you should not be doing. So back to the question, is Crit Kaisa dead? No, Crit Kaisa is still a good build that works well, but in the right conditions. That's the trick. There's actually some situation where on paper you could argue that going for a burst build like Crit is better than to go for Kraken or Rageblade because of the faster Q evolution and overall more burst damage, which allows you to snowball faster and makes it even harder for the enemy team to ever come back into the game. But if you build crit every single game, then yes, there are many situations where the build will feel really bad to play. And there we go. And with that said, enjoy the gameplay and subscribe. There we go. We'll go for AD this game because we have 3 APs. They're all squishy too. I'll go for call for now, level 2. Call is worth it. That early. Oh boy. Just run guys, just run. It's solo. Bit sad. Nice. Nice. Yep. And there we go. The minion block, my gosh. Honestly, I could have just went in, to be fair. That's what I'm saying when I say that Yunara is easy. Like, obviously here the Nautilus kind of hinted, to be fair, but when you get ahead into Yunara as Kaisa, it's so hard for her to play the game. Like, actually. Nice. Second kill? Alright. And clean again. I'm blind, totally blind here. Yunara is there. Where is Nautilus though? Nice shield. Oh boy. Yeah, just stumped. Wow, GG. Easy game. These are the game where Crit Kaisa works the best because you're ahead. I was ahead. 2 APs, so AD makes sense. They're all squishy, there's no tanks except for Nautilus by his support. So yeah, perfect game for Crit. Into mage bot lane, it's really a question about waiting for mistakes and just dodging the poke. Because you have a stronger all-in every single time. You win the all-ins. You just need to be careful about the poke. That's it. Alright, thanks. Alright. Coming. Alright, nice. Huh. Alright, nice. Well, I tried. I think I should have just run away. I should have just run away. No point to fight that. Yeah, or I run away or just give up tower. Either works. Fighting was stupid there. I didn't have enough damage. Free tower. Whew. It's way too greedy to go to Atakan. Get tower, it's better. Yeah. I stand by my decision. Was way better to go for tower there and safer anyway. That big greedy. Oh, so close. Ah. Yeah, I didn't have many ways to escape that. I should have ulted a bit later though. If I ulted a bit later, I think I survived that. Well, everything invested there. No flash. Should be free. How do you miss that? Whatever. The small angle. To catch the Viktor. Alright. The Zonyas was a bit useless, but for style points.